So we're going to be continuing with the same theme using corn Rhodes. We've got the cream style sweet corn and corn kernels that we're going to be using. Like I said earlier on, we have to take out amanzi akakhona la ngaphakathi. So let's move on to the next one. I'm just going to fetch my pot that I was using earlier on, put it back onto my stove. Just make sure that the stove is on over there. This one is just going to have a similar ingredients as the first one, but Lana, we're going to make everything inside the pot, and then we're going to take it out of the pot and put it in some of these in our little dishes over here. And Nakona, this one is ongena inside the oven. So Lana, we've got half a teaspoon of butter. We're going to mix that also with the half a tablespoon your oil. So just allow that to melt and mix together. To that again, sizofaga our onion. It's about onion lonke really. Sebenzisa lonke onion is like about a medium one. Sorry, ngiyaphambanisa izandla zami manje. Mix that nicely together, and then to that you're going to add the flour yako, about a tablespoon and a half of flour. And then that's going to help ukuthi to go a little bit thicker. To that again, we're going to add obviously a seasoning here too, some salt and some pepper. There's a little bit of pepper over here just for some taste. And then next again, of course, our Rhodes quality kernels. And our easy open, nalena futhi babukeli in the easy open, like some of the other ones that we've tried with before. Put that inside there. And so enjoy umbila this spring. Definitely new and exciting ways of working with the umbila. Now Konamanje say it's turning nice and creamy inside over here. Looking beautiful and yellow, just like spring. Okay. To this again, we're going to add just about a handful of parsley, just to give it that beautiful, nice color. And nakona is going to come through. We bake here to masay puma from the oven. We're going to add, I'm sure about 3/4 of cheese yako over here. The cheese normally is about 2 cups, so just use some of it to put inside here, and then the rest is further again when we're ready to put it in the oven, so that it will melt nicely on top of the bake here too. Mix that together, and then sizofaka again the white sauce. Sengimixile futhi already white sauce yami. Or if you want, you can also get the ready-made one. $8 these days, they make life so easy for us. You can get the ready-made one and then just put it in. It's about 200 grams each. They do have them in different sizes, like $8. So it's about 2 packets. Mix that nicely. Already it's beautiful, nice and thick, and almost ready to go into dishes zethu. And then again, just to remind you, please, before you fire anything into the oven, you need to make sure ukuthi izitsha zenu zigreased with either amafuta or with some butter, just so you don't put it inside there. Otherwise, izoqina around the edges and you won't be able to take it out of your dishes. Okay, I'm going to put the mixture into these dishes of mine. If you're going to casserole dish, it is a bake and it's going into the oven, you can use lena enkulu and make it a big bake. But for me today, I decided to use these smaller ramekins. But before I do that, I just need to beat amaqanda wami and add them also into this mixture la estofine. Just beat them nicely, not too much. And you're going to add them in. The kanda is very nice to work with when you're baking because it's a beautiful binding agent. So all logo mixelana inside here is going to be beautifully binded or held together by kanda that I'm mixing at the moment. And then of course we're going to add parmesan here too, just before sifaga izitsha into the oven. So already that's looking nice and creamy. Mix that together, and the melted cheese nyayibona it's slowly melting away inside here, looking very, very nice. Just mix kahle when you show which qanda lonke lingenile ngaphakathi. And when that is done, sizofaka some of the parmesan as well. And then the rest nakhona njengoba besizoyenza with the other cheese sizofaka later on, just before you put it inside the oven. Okay, I think that's ready. Let me turn off my stove. And we're going to slowly pour it carefully into ezitsheni. There we go. Just be careful because the pot can be hot. And how you hold it. There we go. Okay, so before we sifake oven, we're going to sprinkle with the Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese is an Italian kind of cheese. Nyakwazi nokuyithola eToro, but it's a slightly more expensive than other cheeses, but it always brings such a beautiful, nice flavor to ukudla okwenzayo, especially things like ama-bakes. So it's an added extra cheese. Sprinkle with the cheddar cheese. And then ibake yakho is ready to go inside the oven. We'll put it in there for about 30 minutes or so until nakhona uyibona ukuthi it's changing color. It's beautiful, nice brown color, and then you take it out. So there you go. They are my bakes. Let's put them in the oven. Ooh, the bread looks amazing, but aikalungi just yet. We're going to be taking it out just now.
Okay, Babugel, we've reached that part of the evening where we get to see as well as to taste ukudla ke okuphekiwe nguchef Nandi. Ilana ke mesiphekela ukudla komnandi, starting off obviously with the cornbread. Walandelisa ke uzoshela ukuthi uyalandelisa ngani.
No, this one is creamed corn bake, and then this one was the cornbread.
It's smelling so nice.
It's beautiful, isn't it? And corn is nice and healthy and easy also with fiber, easy on the tummy. So this is very, very nice and easy things to have in the spring.
So normally with ekaya, what would I normally serve a cornbread with? Because I can't assume that a peanut butter or jam on your cornbread.
No, not necessarily. I mean, the cornbread it's busy already inside, in corn and everything, and more corn is more like a vegetable. So just a simple butter, you can, especially in Java manje isashi, so it's very, very nice just to smear it with some butter, let it melt, and enjoy it like that. Very nice and simple. And with the or with if you made isopo, you can have some nice light soup and dip it inside there.
That'll be absolutely delicious. Okay, so just to remind because I know it was your kernels, the corn, sweet corn,
yes,
as well as the cream.
As well as the creamed corn, yes. And then after with some eggs and a little bit of flour and some baking powder overseas, and then we've got some paprika, some cayenne pepper, and I don't know whether you can see inside there, but it just brings a little bit of extra color inside the dish. You can see the little red specks inside there. A little bit of red,
yeah. And then if I'm I feel a little bit of a herb, whether it's dried herb or perhaps fresh.
You can,
just
parsley, the parsley as well, it's also very nice. Yes.
Okay, and then with our bake?
With our bake, also 70 kernels, so 70 and the cream corn as well. Yes. And then here we've just got also some eggs, but more is I say pegalena. It becomes more like it's shebo kind of.
Yes.
So there's onions inside there, and there's some peppers and stuff as well.
Can I serve this with a salad?
You can serve that with a salad. You can serve it with the nyama. You can serve it with the other additional, let's say other vegetables as well. Yeah, very nice.
Okay, really can't wait, because obviously I'm at nje seyakhonza, you know. Sengifuna ukutaste also taste isinkwa ne.
So taste isinkwa sethu sengisikhathile already, and we're going to maybe here's your plate over here.
Okay, we're going to add,
just put some butter on there. Here's your slice for you, a nice big one.
Great.
Let's maybe put some butter on there.
A little bit. You can get some of these wonderful recipes, you know, Good Real Magazine.
Absolutely.
Or no, my website, Rhodes, and all you need to do is just search for rhodesquality.com. So that's www.rhodesquality.com, or no, my get yourself the latest copy of a Real Magazine and get on Nandi, see what other meals is she cooking up right there. Okay. So I would love to actually let me cut it up.
There you go.
You know, just cut it up because I would love to actually get a lovely taste of that. So you're gonna taste with me. When are you never want to taste with me?
I want you to taste first because you can tell me what the verdict is. It's delicious, isn't it?
The kernels and a little bit of cream.
Nice texture.
I love this, and in fact, I even think it's more nicer when it's nice and hot or warm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then when it's cooled down, I don't know, but it's up to you what you actually prefer.
Yes, but in Nandi my food, I mean, when you're out at Tora and you smell fresh bread from the shops, you want to eat it right there and then. So it's amazing when it's nice and warm.
And it's not quite
also
savory as I thought, eh?
No. I think about 4 to 6 tablespoons of sugar. Just to give it that sweetness as well. But you don't want to have it. I see bland, you know. So it's got a little bit of sugar inside there, and it can stay for about 3 days. So you can still eat it even after 3 days.
Okay, I think my grandmother's going to enjoy this with it like it. Thank you so much, Nandi.
Thank you.
As usual, you've outdone yourself. Please enjoy. Thank you so much, Babugeli, for this wonderful installment to Kasi Kitchen. You know, from Miguel Usindi, as well as the lovely and elegant and talented Nandi Twala. CT.
Happy cooking.
Happy cooking.